14। Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Ashesha Sanklesha Samam Vidhate.
Ashesha Sankleshamam Vidhate.
Gunanuvada Shavanam Murare.
Nuvada Savanam Murare.
Kyamva Punastat Charanaravinda.
Kimva Punastat Charanaravinda.
Paranga Seva Ratiratma Labdha. Ashesha Sanklesha Samam Vidhate.
Ashesha Sanklesha Samam Vidhate.
Nanuvada Shavanam Murare.
Gunanuvada Savanam Murare.
Kimva Punastat Charanaravinda.
Kimva Punastat Charanaravinda.
Paranga Seva Ratiratma Labdha.
Paraga Seva Ratiratma Labdha.
Ashesha Sanklesha Samam Vidhate.
Ashesha Sanklesha Samam Vidhate.
Anuvada Shavanam Murare.
Savanam Murare.
Kimva Punastat Charanaravinda.
Kimva Punastat Charanam Murare.
Paranga Seva Ratiratma Labdha.
Paraga Seva Ratiratma Labdha.
Ashesha Sanklesha Samam Vidhate.
Ashesha Sanklesha Samam Vidhate.
Nanuvada Shavanam Murare.
Gunanuvada Shravanam Murare.
Kimva Punastat Charanaravinda.
Kimva Punastat Charanaravinda.
Raga Seva Ratiratma Labdha.
Paraga Seva Ratiratma Labdha.
Ashesha Sanklesha Samam Vidhate.
Ashesha Sanklesha Samam Vidhate.
Anubada Shavanam Murare.
Gunanuvada Shravanam Murare.
Kimva Punastat Charanaravinda.
Kimva Punastat Charanaravinda.
Raga Seva Ratiratma Labdha.
Paraga Seva Ratiratma Labdha.
Ashesha Sanklesha Samam Vidhate.
Ashesha Sanklesha Samam Vidhate.
Anuvada Shavanam Murare.
Gunanuvada Shravanam Murare.
Kimva Punastat Charanaravinda.
Kimva Punastat Charanaravinda.
Paraga Seva Ratiratma Labdha.
Paraga Seva Ratiratma Labdha.
Ashesha
Boleh.
Ashesha Sanklesha Samam Vidhate.
Ashesha Sanklesha Samam Vidhate.
Anuvada Savanam Murare.
Gunanuvada Savanam Murare.
Kimva Punastat Charanaravinda.
Kimva Punastat Charanaravinda.
Paraga Seva Ratiratma Labdha.
Paraga Seva Ratiratma Labdha.
Ashesha Sanklesha Samam Vidhate.
Ashesha Sanklesha Samam Vidhate.
Anuvada Savanam Murare.
Gunanuvada Savanam Murare.
Kimva Punastat Charanaravinda.
Kimva Punastat Charanaravinda.
Paraga Seva Ratiratma Labdha.
Paraga Seva Ratiratma Labdha. अशेष संक्लेश समं विदत्ते
अशेष संक्लेश समं विदत्ते
गुणानुवादाश्च श्रवणं मुरारे
गुणानुवाद श्रवणं मुरारे
किवा पुनश्च चरणारविन्दं
किं वा पुनश्च चरणारविन्दं
मुरारे
पराग
पराग सेवा रतिलात्मलब्धा
पराग सेवा रतिलात्मलब्धा अशेष संक्लेश समं विदत्ते अशेष संक्लेश समं विदत्ते गुणानुवाद श्रवणं मुरारे
गुणानुवादात् श्रवणं मुरारे
किं वा पुनस्तच्च चरणारविन्द
किं वा पुनस्तच्च चरणारविन्दं
पराग सेवा रतिलात्मलब्धा
पराग सेवा रतिलात्मलब्धा
Yes.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। अशेष संक्लेश समं विधत्ते गुणानुवादा श्रवणं मुरारे किं वा पुनस्तच्चरणरविन्द पराग सेवा रतिरात्मलब्धा। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। अशेष संक्लेश संविधत्ते गुणानुवाद श्रवणं मुरारे किं वा पुनस्त चरणारविंद पराग सेवा रतिरात्मलब्धा। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे
हरे
कृष्ण।
कृष्ण।
अशेष संक्लेश समं विधत्ते गुणानुवाद श्रवणं मुरारे किं वा पुनस्तचरणारविन्द पराग सेवरतिरात्मलब्धा। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। अशेष संक्लेश शमं विदत्ते गुणानुवादा श्रवणं मुरारे किं वा पुनस्तच्चरणारविन्द पराग सेवा रतिरात्मलब्धा। हरे कृष्ण।
अशेष संक्लेश शमं विधत्ते गुणानुवाद श्रवणं मुरारे किं वा पुनस्तच्चरणारविन्द पराग सेवा रतिरात्मलब्धा। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। अशेष संक्लेश समं विधाते गुणानुवादा श्रवणं मुरारे किं वा पुनस्तच्चरणारविन्द पराग सेवा रतिरात्मलब्धा।
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Now let us continue. Ashesha, unlimited. Sanklesha, miserable conditions. Shamam, cessation. Vidate, can perform. Guna Anuvada, of the transcendental name, form, qualities, pastime, entourage, paraphernalia. Shravanam, hearing and chanting. Murare, of Murari. Shri Krishna, the personality of Godhead. Kimva, what to speak of. Punaha, again. Tat, his. Charana Aravinda, lotus feet. Paraga Seva, to the service of the flavor dust. To the service of the flavorful dust. Ratihi, attraction. Atma Labdha, those who have gained such self-achievement. Simply by chanting and hearing the transcendent name, form, etc. of the personality of God as Sri Krishna, one can achieve cessation of unlimited miserable conditions. Therefore, what to speak of those who have attained attraction for serving the flavor of the dust of the Lord's service? Simply by chanting and hearing of the transcendent name, form, etc. of the personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, one can achieve the cessation of unlimited miserable condition. Therefore, what to speak of those who have attained attraction for serving the flavor of the dust of the Lord's lotus feet. Hare Krishna Ratnamala ji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport. Two different methods for controlling the material senses are recommended in the Vedic scriptural wisdom. One of them is the process of jnana, or the path of philosophical understanding of the Supreme, Brahma, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. The other is that of direct engagement in the transcendental, loving, devotional service of the Lord. Of these two most popular methods, the path of devotional service is recommended here as the better, because one on the path of devotional service does not have to wait for the attainment of the fruitive results of pious activities or for the results of knowledge. The two stages of executing devotional service are: first, the stage of practicing devotional service with our present senses under the regulations of the recognized scriptures, and second, attaining sincere attachment for serving the particles of the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord. The first stage is called sadhana bhakti, or devotional service for the neophyte, which is rendered under the direction of pure devotee, and the second stage is called raga bhakti, in which the mature devotee automatically takes to the various services of the Lord out of sincere attachment. The great sage Maitreya now gives the final answer to all questions of Vidura. Devotional service to the Lord is the ultimate means to mitigate all the miserable conditions of material existence. The path of knowledge of that of mystic gymnastics may be adopted as a means for the purpose, but unless mixed with bhakti or devotional service, they are unable to award the desired result. By practicing sadhana bhakti, one may gradually rise to the point of raga bhakti, and by performing raga bhakti in loving transcendental service, one can even control the supreme powerful Lord. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Ashadadeshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Ashesh Shanklesh Shamam Vidatte Gunanuvada Shavanam Murare Kimva Punatta Charanar Vinda Parag Seva Ratinatma Labdha. Simply by chanting and hearing the transcendental name, form, etc. of the personality Godhead Sri Krishna, one can achieve the cessation of mental miserable condition. Therefore, what to speak of those who attain attraction for serving the flavor of the dust of the Lord's lotus feet. So what is so special that anyway I'm hearing, I read little about Krishna Leela. What is so special? Just take me out of the material existence. Anyway I'm chanting, and I'm chanting name of Krishna. What is so special about it? Therefore it is called Raj Vidya Raj Guhyam. Very, very confidential. When Krishna was personally present in this world, very few people could recognize him. Even Srila Prabhupada, the great Acharya, was also traveling in India till 70 years of his life. Nobody could recognize him as a leader who they should take guidance. So this is kept. I can read the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. What is confidential about it? Yeah, you will read, but you will not understand what it's saying. Taraka pratashta shutaya vibhinna natos muniste vammatirna bhennam Dharmasya tattvam nihatam guhayam mahajano ye nigata sapantaha. The real path of religion, taraka pratishtaha, it is very difficult to understand by argument. Shrutaya vibhinnaha. We read Bhagavatam, the topmost Vedic literature, but if you read other Purana, Devi Purana, this Shiva Purana, you'll get confused. What is the ultimate objective? If you read under guidance, there will be no confusion. Otherwise, you will get confused. Shrutaya vibhinna. And Muni, each Muni has his own doctrine. Matirna bhinnam. Now, in my opinion, like that, Muni means he can agitate his mind very nicely. And they make nice philosophy, 8 of there, 4 of there, 5 of there, simply waste people's head. So dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhayam. The real conclusion of religion is sitting within the heart of the devotee. And there it is awakened by the grace of the Lord. And among all the elements of devotional service, the joy of so many things are there in Krishna consciousness. Some people like bathing the deities, dressing the deities. Some people like maybe cooking for the Lord. Some people like to dress the Lord. Some people like to clean the temple. So many people can do so many services. But one thing is common for everybody, is hearing about the Lord. In the Varnashma setup of the society, different people, because they are psychophysically suited for different profession, they do their profession. You're a very good engineer, you're a very good doctor, you do whatever you want in society today. It is not so well organized like in the Vedic time. Practically, modern time, everybody is a Shudra. Okay? With zero knowledge of Krishna consciousness. That is a Shudra. So, people are engaged differently. That's okay. But everybody has an opportunity both morning and evening to go to the temple, hear the Lord's holy name as Kirtana, or personally chant as Japa, or hear the class of the Lord. Everybody has an equal opportunity, or should have an equal opportunity. So it doesn't matter what a person is doing, but if the taste has developed for hearing about the Lord, everything is perfect, because that is the beginning. Dharma sanustita pumsaha vikshakshena katasayaha na utpadidiradirati shram evhi kevalam. Oh, you're following a Kshatriya Dharma, Hindu Dharma, Brahman Dharma, this Dharma, that Dharma, Muslim Dharma, Christian Dharma. So many religions are there, so many doctrines are there. But Dharma sanustita pumsa vikshakshena katasayaha, about Krishna. Not padeti radirati. If you're not developing attraction, shame vivi kevalam, just a waste of time. So today we have people, they are so proud, belonging to particular religion, this religion, that religion. But actually, they should introspect and see whether they have developed taste to hear about the Lord. If they develop taste to hear about the Lord, and the taste is increasing, that happiness is increasing for chanting the name of the Lord, to hearing about the Lord, they can be sure they are on the right path. But if we are not enhancing our taste for hearing about the Lord, something is wrong. So what is so confidential about taste? Because it is all in the domain of internal energy. The pleasure of hearing about the Lord's pastime, the pleasure of hearing about the Lord's holy name, the pleasure of serving the beautiful deities of the Lord, pleasure felt in meeting the devotees of the Lord, or dancing in Kirtana, these are all, or going to even Dham, these are all spiritual pleasures. What are they? Spiritual pleasures. Now they are not bestowed, they are not showered on everybody. Krishna, it says Krishna can very easily give mukti, siddhi, everything. But Krishna does not easily give bhakti. That's rare. Very rarely does Krishna bestow bhakti, but easily gives. Why? That is mentioned in the last line. Because once somebody has become a devotee, he attracts even Krishna by his wonderful qualities, by his sincere devotion, and even Krishna becomes a property of such a devotee. In Krishna book it is mentioned when Krishna kills big demon like Tiranavata, other demons, all the elderly gopis of Vrindavan, Krishna is 2-3 years of that time. And all the gopis of Vrindavan are clapping some bhajan and Krishna is dancing in the center like a puppet in their hands. So Krishna can become totally controlled. Vedeshu dullavam adullamavatma bhakta. Krishna can be totally captured. Krishna can be controlled by a devotee, but only as pure devotion. Just like Mother Yashoda is binding Krishna. There is definitely effort in that. But Krishna did not get attached because of that effort. She could not do anything actually. Krishna did so many naughty pastimes. He ran. Mother Yashoda ran behind him. And she wanted to catch unlimited. How can she catch the Lord? Because he got tired and exhausted and seeing her condition, Krishna agreed to be caught by her. Otherwise, who can catch him? He can, Bhagavad Gita actually, he can run faster than anybody. He is say far but he nearest to all. So in this way, then she wanted to, instruct him, correct him. To Krishna is totally in her hand. So then it's just, Mother Yashoda is so fortunate, Arjuna is so fortunate, Krishna is personally guiding them. Krishna is not guiding us. No. The guidance is available. Bhagavad Gita is there, you can read. But Krishna spoke, has been protected and kept in the Bhagavad Gita by Vedavyasa. Why don't we read? But then to read, we need taste. Just like today, what happens is that modern day teachers, they themselves don't have taste in the subject. They come and speak so many things, but they don't believe in it, neither they have any taste. If the ruchi, the taste in a subject cannot be given by a teacher, then it's not teaching is not complete. Therefore, modern education has become more like an information transfer, wherein the pleasure of the topic subject is many times missed out. As students also, I just make some brief notes of what the teacher says, and that is reduced to few lines which they can cram, somehow pass the exam. And there is no taste for the subject. So people don't read the books on their own at all, because there is no taste. So we should see, as we advance in devotional life, the taste is developing. If the taste for hearing about Krishna is developing, eagerness to hear about Krishna is developing, I want to hear about Krishna. So then I'm advancing this spiritual life. If I'm not feeling any interest to hear about the Lord, then something is wrong. Okay? So this is a very important principle. Prabhupada says in the beginning, when you're doing sadhana bhakti, everything is done based on order. You do this, you do this, you do this, we do that. That's called sadhana bhakti. In Raganuga bhakti stage, person develops natural attachment to the Lord. Why does it develop that? Because the order of the Acharya, Krishna is pleased. And he knows that, everybody knows that Krishna will be pleased if I obey my Acharya, my Guru. So person strictly follows the Guru and Acharya and tries to serve. And when the Guru is very pleased, oh, so nice, then Krishna is pleased. And when Krishna is pleased, we develop more taste. Shushusho Shaddadhanasya Vasudeva Kata Ruchihi Syan Mahasevaya Nitya Punya Shloka Niveshaya. What it says, by serving pure devotee to the Lord, the taste awakens in the heart. It is very infectious. Just like somebody a taste for liquor, he can spread the taste. Similarly, somebody a taste for Krishna, he can spread the taste. अगर किसी को थोड़ा भाव है कृष्ण भक्ति के लिए, वो दूसरे को दे सकता है. अगर नहीं है तो क्या देगा, देने के लिए कुछ होने का नहीं. So great acharyas have great pleasure, उनको बहुत खुशी होती है भगवान की सेवा में, तो वो शेयर करता है. So when they saw Prabhupada personally, he was so happy. As the movement grew, the deities came. The devotees were, very tough situation Prabhupada had. The first two followers he had. Once what happened, these devotees, youngsters, they went to a shop, Indian store, where Indian things are available. And they picked up Jagannath, saw one corner, this whole Jagannath. They brought to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada saw that. Prabhupada immediately bowed down and started offering prayers. They're also offering prayers. They never seen it. Prabhupada said, he is Krishna. He is Krishna, over. They're just accepting what Prabhupada says. And Prabhupada said, go to the store again. Balram and Subhadra will also be there. They went back to the store. Balram, Subhadra will get. They went back and set it up. And Prabhupada told a devotee, please carve it. He was a new little woodwork. And he started working. And Prabhupada, one day surprisingly landed up because he was very keen it comes. He started the Rath Yatra. Rath Yatra is with Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, not other deities. That is the mood of Jagannath. So what happened? He was making, and one day Prabhupada entered the room to check how much is happening, why deities are not ready. He saw the person who was carving. He was not, in the beginning they were not disciples, they were just people coming to meet Prabhupada. He was having a cigarette kept there. How much he had to tolerate Prabhupada, this compromise of standards in the beginning. But gradually, this became standardized. And once they took to the Diksha from the Acharya, then these rules and regulations are going to them by the time. So, coming back here, the taste. Generally people, I was seeing yesterday, somebody was analyzing, the modern day youngsters, this life is so difficult because the sense gratification has become so intense in them. They're very self-centered. Because people today, because of more and more senses are agitated, person becomes more selfish and only himself. And he thinks how things can happen. Because thinking in terms of himself, everything in terms of I like. Even the values are just not, there are some standard shastra, there are some standard values. Everything depends on his own experience. Person is very self-focused. I like this, you should be punished. It's based on his own opinion. Whatever he is experiencing, either happiness or pain by somebody's activity, he should be awarded or punished. This is the kind of so much outlook. And then we can see so many other things. They are very distracted, very disturbed, various unique characteristics the youth is having. But Prabhupada had a similar situation, nothing so unique. So now we have to change our strategy for preaching same thing. But he was very effective. Why? The reason is that he had the taste. Purity, the force. Because he had taste of Krishna consciousness. There was a rule among the hippies that nobody hears anybody above 30 years of age. We're not going to hear anybody. Because there are orthodox people, they say this should not be done, this should not be done. These are simply, they were freely mixing like cats and dogs on the street, having sex on the street, drinking, womanizing on the street, Everything going on the street exactly like animals. Once what happened, Prabhupada saw the devotees are walking. They saw one place. There is mud, clay, wet, and some pigs are there in it. And some people are also jumped into it. They're playing with the pigs. They are like mud and all. I don't know what they call it. So the one devotee asked Prabhupada, don't you think next life they become animals? So Prabhupada said, next life? They already have become like animals. They're already behaving like animals. Agle janme ke kya baat karo? They already become animals. So this is the situation of the young generation. They say Gen X, Gen Y, whatever it is. But don't have to bother. The process, okay, we may have to learn how to use the internet. We may have to learn what is social media, how to do that. Okay, that's fine. But we're not going to change the process now. Not that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, proper time, it happened so many times. Prabhupada said, no, our process will remain same. Harinam Sankirtan, little Katha, and Prasadam. That's going to be our process. We're not going to bring a new process now. This is given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The process of spreading Krishna consciousness given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Not that we're going to change this process. Correct? It may be Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z, whatever it may be. Process is same. So in this process, if you are applying to the process because your mind is softened by the chanting, because your mind is purified by the chanting of the holy names, you can share it with public. And they feel so much gladdened and benefited. Just repeat it. I request all of you, submit yourself to the vibration of this holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. And because of that, so many people get the right idea. And they just try it because he told them. And then they come back and say, our life will change. I got something. Because the taste for serving Krishna has been shared by them. And to the degree you have taste, you can share. A pure devotee, he has intense taste for serving Krishna. Just like Hanumanji, intense desire to serve Lord Rama. Intense. Ours is like an agarbati, that's like a jalamukhi. Intense desire. Therefore it says, Lavamatra sadhu sangha sarvasati. The movement association is such a great acharya. Just movement association is enough to totally transform the life. When Prabhupada used to take class, very interesting thing used to happen. Devotees used to come from all the nearby temples because they just wanted to see him. And the crowd will be so much in a temple, the temple president had to make somebody to get up and sit outside because there is no place. You cannot enter that place. Jam-packed means no place to sit. You can see so many videos. Prabhupada's taking class, left, right, packed. And sometimes it is so bad because there is no place to move and all. He has to ask somebody to move on. Nobody will want to move. They just want to sit there because Acharya is going to speak. They want to hear it for some time. And maybe not again. Only one time in their life, they may have a chance to personally see him, personally hear from him. So why? Is it artificial? No, because it has taste. Sometimes people forget, they advance into Krishna consciousness means they collect points from here, there, read this book, that. Wasting your time. That's not everything. The Prabhupada, does he take class like that anytime? No. You see the purport of this shloka. The Bhagavatam shloka is also simple and direct. Prabhupada purport is also very extremely simple purpose. So that doesn't mean advancement in spiritual life. I'm complicating subject matter and speaking like that. That's all nonsense. Advancement in spiritual life is actually you can speak very simple subject matter very clearly, so understandable to people. The focus is not you demonstrating knowledge. The focus is public trying to understand, trying to guide. Generally in the beginning when you take class, we don't want to speak, this one, that one, this way, that way, this shloka, that shloka. So people should get impressed. I know a lot. The focus is ourselves. But when actually we advance the spiritual life, focus is the audience when you're trying to guide them to the path of Krishna consciousness. So in this way, you see that very simple. What is the purpose? Very simple. Just try to see what is the purpose and develop that. Very simple purpose. In the beginning of spiritual life, you'll get taste for attachment. In the beginning is you start hearing, heart becomes purified. As the heart becomes purified, you develop taste. And from sadhana, you come to ragana. Sadhana bhakti is that we are doing devotion service, but it is done out of some force for my good. Raganuga bhakti means the pleasure of that service to awaken with the heart. Now he's going to do the service very enthusiastically on his own. Hare Krishna. Anybody has any question? Can raise your hand. Hare Krishna Ratnamala.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Now, actually, most of us are in the sadhana bhakti form only, and we are trying, like, our best, The focus is there and the intentions is also there. But we want to slowly develop into the raga bhakti form. So, as grahasthas, is that possible? Or
You have to follow the rules. You have to follow the rules.
yeah, we are strictly following the rules, whatever you have told us up to now.
No,
Huh?
we are following the rules of brahmachari ashram. You have to follow the rules of grihastha ashram. Okay? There are various activities we do, varieties of activities. You are chanting the Lord's name. You are having kirtana. You are worshipping the Lord. And then we are having Sugandhi Mataji. We are having the Diksha program. No? I finished one batch today, yesterday night. And maybe they will have an exam soon. Then I will start one more batch. Okay? Yes. It's just a matter of time. Follow chanting the holy name of the Lord, reading Bhagavatam, offering deities prasadam, serving the Vaishnavas. These are all 4-5 activities if they are done at any home. That's perfect. Nishaya, we should be confident. Dhairya, we should be patient. Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, then we close. Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhuvaya cha
Vaishnavebhyo namo
namaha.
Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Davat pranam. Thank you.
Pranam Prabhuji.
Krishna
Pranam.
Prabhu, you're not taking morning
Krishna
class?
Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare.
Start from tomorrow. Early morning, 5:30 class. What is the other thing? So how is it Corona now in your place? Reduced? I was thinking we missed a chance. Maybe Balram Jayanti to Janmashtami. We could have created a yatra for all of you. You could have all come to enjoy. Okay, Hare Krishna. Yeah. Now we have to, third wave expected. We have to live with it, I think. I don't think it is going to go away. It is this life, mask is there. You'll not have a time without mask. This is part and parcel. Just like middle word means Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi and Corona. Fifth one, add kar do. Janma is a problem, old age is a problem, disease is a problem, death is a problem, Corona is a problem. Almost among Vyadhi, it has become very, it's not going to go. This is part of life now. I don't think this is. I think this is the practical. No, this will be there. Come and go. This will be there. Because every month it will come and go. It will come up and down. Today maybe a little less, maybe a little more. But I don't think any lockdown is possible now, because neither the individual, neither country can economically handle it. The world will go on. People have agreed to live with it. Don't worry, it keeps going up and down. People agree to live with it. We are sitting next to Kerala. The more dangerous to stay here now. 30,000. India is 40,000, 30,000 is Kerala. So in that way, I think it has become part of life. I'm thinking something, we'll let you know soon. Okay? Hare Krishna. Pancha kalpatarubhacha kripa sindhubheva cha pattanam pavanebhyo Vaishnava namo namaha. Yes. Yeah, it's a commemorative coin, which nice that it got. See, the whole thing is nation got the attention. Just like Rath Yatra Prabhupada said that the whole city should stop and they know there is Jagannatha in the city. And hear the Lord Jagannatha holy name. Similarly, at least people chanted Prabhupada's name. Many people are really curious now because of the national event created. Who is this Prabhupada, for whom the coin is related? Many newspapers, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada's photo came yesterday. So people are definitely bring curiosity, people want to know. People don't know him much. Okay, Hare Krishna. But best way to know the Prabhupada is what he's telling. Read his books, chant,